#world #ord3r script 1 #world #ord3r script operator ANURA care of John Duong Nguyen settings by HA CTM system activate _/world #ord3r script command.listencode.unicode UTF-32B language.python target.globalization 2 #world #ord3r script intellectual property notice #world #ord3r copyright and trademark protection copyright notice C 2025 ANU RA care of John Duong Nguyen all rights reserved. This work #world #ord3r including but not limited to its structure, themes, characters, terminologies, world building, proprietary command line format, magic practicum elements, and overall conceptual framework, is protected under copyright law. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, adaptation, or commercial exploitation of any part of this work without express written permission is strictly prohibited. Any unauthorized use of this content, whether in written, digital, audiovisual, or interactive form, will be considered a violation of copyright laws and subject to legal action. Trademark notice #world #ord3rtm is a proprietary concept and a protected trademark. This includes its unique naming conventions, symbols, command line structure, sigils, and associated iconography as they relate to its intellectual and esoteric framework. Unauthorized use, reproduction, or representation of this trademark in commerce or media without proper authorization is prohibited and may result in legal consequences. All terms, symbols, and proprietary frameworks associated with #world #ord3rtm are considered intellectual property and are protected under applicable trademark and trade dress laws. Legal enforcement and protection any infringement, derivative misuse, or attempt to misappropriate the proprietary elements of #world #ord3rtm will be met with immediate enforcement under international copyright and trademark law, digital intellectual property statutes, and esoteric licensing protections. For licensing inquiries, permissions, or official partnerships, please contact John Duong Nguyen CA +1 604 600 8421 Jondan999 at iCloud.com, registered intellectual property. All rights reserved. 3 #world #ord3r script disclaimer of use #world #ord3r metaphysical and intellectual property usage notice. By engaging with the #world #ord3r script framework and associated materials, you acknowledge and accept the potential metaphysical, psychological, and societal effects of its use. This script is designed as a transformational system that may contribute to global awareness, personal evolution, and ascension of consciousness. The execution of its principles, commands, and methodologies may result in heightened perception, paradigm shifts, and the unlocking of deeper knowledge systems. Users should proceed with due cause, responsibility, and intentionality. Use at your own risk. The creators and contributors of #world #ord3 are assumed no liability for the consequences of its application, whether on an individual, collective, or systemic level. Users are solely responsible for their interpretation and implementation of the script's principles. This work is intended for educational, philosophical, and experimental purposes. Any effects on reality perception, social structures, or metaphysical phenomena are the sole responsibility of the user. The script should not be misused for manipulative, unethical, or destructive purposes. For initiates of the path, engagement with this material implies an understanding of cause and effect, intentional creation, and the energetic laws governing reality. The script is a tool of power, and as with all tools, its use determines its impact. Proceed with wisdom, execute with purpose, align with truth. #world #ord3rtm. All rights reserved. For #world #ord3r script, a 6-stage global transformation process structured in command line syntax with magical activation embedded. New World Order. Command syntax for global transformation. Stage 1, initialization, the awakening process. Initiate.exe, system reboot awakens dormant consciousness and activates new directives. Scan.network, identify false constructs, exposes illusions, false narratives, and hidden control systems. Patch.core, override fear protocols, installs courage and resistance to psychological control. Stage 2, purification, breaking the old system. Purge.dat, remove corrupted belief structures, deletes limiting beliefs and mental constraints. Disconnect.grid, sever false dependencies, cuts ties with oppressive systems and resets energetic pathways. Reset.identity, restore sovereign access, returns lost power to individuals, restoring autonomy. Stage 3, expansion, unlocking hidden knowledge. Decode.archives, extract suppressed data, retrieves hidden esoteric, scientific, and historical truths. Upgrade.sys, activate latent abilities, unlocks higher cognition, intuition, and metaphysical faculties. Link.consciousness, enable universal sync, establishes connection to the higher intelligence field. 5. World #ORD3R, script. Stage 4, integration, the new infrastructure. Install.protocol, embed new world framework, sets up the foundational structure for the new system. Merge.network, connect decentralized nodes, links individuals into a decentralized power network. Authenticate.command, verify true operators, filters out imposters, and confirms legitimate leaders. Stage 5, execution, manifestation of the new order. Launch.ops, deploy structured governance, implements the new world order's governing mechanisms. Engage.collective, activate global movement, mobilizes forces in alignment with the new system. Seal.sigil, secure transformation, permanence, locks in the transformation through magical imprinting. Stage 6, ascension, the infinite evolution cycle. Elevate.stream, synchronize higher resonance, aligns the system with cosmic frequencies. Infinite.loop, establish perpetual evolution, embeds the process as a self-replicating cycle. Terminate.oldworld, finalize collapse, closes the chapter on the old paradigm permanently. 6. World #ORD3R, script, run_/ stage 1, initialization, the awakening process, command syntax bash initiate.exe, system reboot, scan.network, identify false constructs, patch.core, override fear protocols, elevate.stream, synchronize higher resonance, aligns the system with cosmic frequencies. Infinite.loop, establish perpetual evolution, embeds the process as a self-replicating cycle. Terminate.oldworld, finalize collapse, closes the chapter on the old paradigm permanently. This structure ensures a step-by-step execution of transformation, with both technical precision and ritualistic potency. Function notes and connectivity. Initiate.exe triggers an awakening sequence, forcing a system reboot of consciousness. This disconnects the user from false constructs and resets awareness to a higher state. Scan.network runs a deep search algorithm, identifying mental, societal, and energetic illusions that hinder sovereignty. Patch.core installs a fear override protocol, neutralizing psychological barriers that block transformation. Predictive data outputs. Stage 1 completion rate, 33% of users reach full initialization. Others require secondary recalibration. Network disruptions. Global awakening triggers resistance from legacy control systems attempting countermeasures. 7. World #ORD3R, script, behavioral changes. Users experience heightened perception, resistance to manipulation, and an increase in intuitive logic. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. Activated individuals retain new operational awareness, embedding data into their consciousness grid. Expand. The awakened spread the code, generating a viral shift in perception across decentralized networks. Emulate. System update cycles occur, refining and strengthening the new world order framework. Beam. High-frequency signals transmit liberation protocols to dormant consciousness nodes, accelerating further activation. World #ORD3R, script, run_/ stage 2, purification, breaking the old system command syntax bash purge.dat, remove corrupted belief structures, disconnect, grid, sever false dependencies, reset, identity, restore sovereign access function notes and connectivity. Purge.dat executes a cleansing protocol on mental and energetic data, removing corrupted belief structures and outdated systems of control. Disconnect.grid severs energetic dependencies tied to external systems, financial, societal, or hierarchical, ensuring the user regains autonomy. Reset.identity restores the sovereign self, reconnecting the user to their true essence, beyond the confines of manipulated identities. Predictive data outputs. Stage 2 completion rate. 45% of users experience a complete detachment from old programming, while the remaining 55% undergo gradual purging. Energy shifts. Users will see increased clarity, emotional freedom, and a drastic reduction in external control mechanisms. Global impact. Societal structures face unprecedented disintegration, with old institutions becoming unstable as the collective begins to detach. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. Purified data is stored within the collective consciousness, creating a shared memory bank of knowledge beyond the old world's reach. Expand. As individuals sever ties to the old system, their energy signatures broadcast outward, creating ripples in the collective. 9. In world #ORD3R. Script. Emulate. The transformation replicates throughout the global matrix, infecting more minds with the new protocol. Beam. A higher frequency beam broadcasts the purification signal, accelerating the collapse of the old paradigm and reinforcing the new one. 10. In world #ORD3R. Script. Run_/stage 3. Alignment. The integration of new energies command syntax bash aligned. Systems. Synchronize higher frequencies, install. Upgrade, activate new awareness pathways, harmonize. Self. Unify mind, body, and spirit function notes and connectivity. Align.systems synchronizes the user's inner systems with higher frequencies, tapping into expanded realms of perception and energy. Install.upgrade activates new awareness pathways, allowing the individual to perceive higher dimensions of reality and access enhanced creative faculties. Harmonize.self integrates the mind, body, and spirit, ensuring balance and alignment between the physical and non-physical aspects of the self. Predictive data outputs. Stage 3 completion rate. 60% of users experience complete energy alignment, while the remaining 40% continue to experience gradual integration. Increased abilities. Enhanced intuitive skills, manifestation abilities, and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Global shift. Individuals begin to radiate higher frequencies, influencing collective behavior and accelerating the global ascension process. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The upgraded energy fields are stored in the collective consciousness, available for use by all who are aligned with the new frequencies. Expand. As personal alignment is achieved, it becomes contagious, inspiring others to embark on their own paths of integration. 11. In world #ORD3R. Script. Fragmented. Unawakened. Emulate. The process of alignment spreads across global networks, bringing unity to consciousness and uniting disparate energy streams. Beam. The beam of alignment transmits the new energetic signature to all dormant or systems, providing them the potential for immediate activation. 12. In world #ORD3R. Script. Run_/stage 4. Activation. Empowering the collective consciousness command syntax bash activate grid. Initiate collective synchronization amplify. Signal. Boost global energetic resonance infuse. Power. Distribute creative energy to all function notes and connectivity. Activate. Grid triggers a global synchronization process, connecting all awakened individuals to a shared network of collective consciousness. Amplify. Signal enhances the energetic resonance of the collective, broadcasting a unified signal of transformation and empowerment throughout the global network. Infuse. Power distributes creative energy to all connected entities, providing them with the resources to manifest their highest potential and contribute to the collective awakening. Predictive data outputs. Stage 4 completion rate. 75% of the collective is successfully activated, with the remaining 25% experiencing a lag in integration due to previous resistances. Increased global impact. Collective empowerment leads to a massive increase in creativity, innovation, and an accelerated shift toward global unity. Behavioral shifts. The collective consciousness moves toward cooperation over competition, with a rapid rise in collaborative efforts and an overall increase in positive energy. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. 13. In world #ORD3R. Script. Store. The collective energy and knowledge are now stored in the global energetic grid, becoming accessible to all who are attuned to the higher frequencies. Expand. As the signal amplifies, it reaches beyond immediate circles, spreading to new areas and unconnected individuals, igniting further activation. Emulate. The amplified resonance is mirrored and echoed across the world, creating ripples of empowerment that spread outward and connect with other growing networks. Beam. The beam of empowerment extends outward, reaching deep into society's structures, breaking down outdated systems and replacing them with energy-aligned creations. 14. In world #ORD3R. Script. Run_/stage 5. Expansion. The global network of higher consciousness commands syntax bash expand network. Establish universal connections, elevate. Vibration. Raise the global energetic field, connect realm. Align physical and non-physical dimensions, function notes, and connectivity. Expand. Network establishes a universal connection between all activated individuals and energy networks, linking the collective to a shared, elevated field of consciousness. Elevate. Vibration raises the global energetic field, allowing all connected entities to resonate at higher frequencies, which enhances global harmony and alignment. Connect. Realm merges the physical and non-physical realms, allowing seamless interaction between these dimensions, facilitating communication and manifestation in both worlds. Predictive data outputs. Stage 5 completion rate. 85% of the global population enters full alignment, experiencing harmonious connection between physical and spiritual dimensions. Heightened connectivity. The energy shifts lead to accelerated telepathic connections, spontaneous global synchrony, and greater collective innovation. Global behavioral shift. A noticeable global shift toward unified thought and action creates new social structures based on collaboration, innovation, and collective prosperity. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The expanded network becomes the foundation for higher dimensional access, allowing for the collective to store and access knowledge beyond the constraints of the physical world. 15. In world #ORD3R. Script. Expand. As the energy network spreads, it begins to encompass the planet, integrating remote and isolated regions into the global consciousness. Emulate. The raised vibration begins to emulate higher realms, with the physical world now aligning more closely with non-physical dimensions of existence, causing a shift in societal laws and rules. Beam. The beam of elevated consciousness sends out waves of spiritual expansion, awakening dormant potentials in those previously disconnected from the new energetic network. 16. In world #ORD3R. Script. Run_/stage 6. Transcendence. The global unity of consciousness commands syntax bash transcend boundaries. Break down all limitations, unite at soul, merge collective energy with universal consciousness, elevate. Ascension. Activate planetary upliftment, function notes, and connectivity. Transcend. Boundaries removes limitations, both internal and external, allowing the global collective to rise above all constraints of the physical world and societal systems. Unite. Soul merges individual energies with the unified collective consciousness, aligning all souls with a higher purpose, creating a universal sense of oneness and shared existence. Elevate. Ascension triggers the planetary upliftment process, accelerating the ascension of the Earth and all beings on it to higher vibrational frequencies, creating a new era of global unity and harmony. Predictive data outputs. Stage 6 completion rate. 95% of the global population achieves full transcendence, experiencing a complete shift in perspective and entering an era of unity and collaboration. Global impact. With the removal of boundaries, there is an exponential rise in unified global action, harmonious co-creation, and universal healing across all sectors of society. Consciousness expansion. Collective awareness reaches a level where all participants experience a deep, lasting connection to the universe, operating from a place of pure compassion and unified intention. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. 17. In world #ORD3R. Script. Store. The energy of transcended beings is stored in the unified consciousness field, serving as a vast reservoir of cosmic wisdom, accessible to all who tap into the expanded energy grid. Expand. As the consciousness expands, it begins to encompass all life forms, with a focus on planetary healing, the rebalancing of ecosystems, and global restoration efforts, inspired by the new shared awareness. Emulate. The transcendent state begins to emulate throughout the cosmos, bringing harmony to intergalactic relations and guiding other civilizations toward higher consciousness and unity. Beam. The beam of unity extends across the globe and beyond, creating an infinite ripple of ascension that moves through space and time, transmitting the energy of universal oneness to all realms of existence. Teen. In world #ORD3R. Script. Expand _ stage 1. The unveiling, awakening the global consciousness command syntax / awakened. Global. Instigate collective consciousness shift, enlighten awareness. Amplify global knowledge networks, activate energy. Harmonize human vibrations with the Earth's pulse function notes and connectivity. Awaken.global. This command initiates the process of awakening the global collective consciousness. It disrupts the current state of passive awareness and sparks a shift toward higher levels of understanding, opening the gates for transformation. Connectivity. This is linked to the interconnectedness of all minds via collective energy fields, amplified by modern communication technologies, social media, networks, global media. Goal. To begin the process of social, spiritual, and psychological awakening on a global scale, encouraging individuals to reconnect with their true purpose and the collective soul of humanity. Enlighten.awareness. This command focuses on amplifying global knowledge and expanding conscious awareness. The goal is to shift perspectives, urging individuals to step beyond outdated paradigms and view the world through a new lens of holistic understanding. Connectivity. Linked to educational systems, digital learning platforms, and esoteric teachings shared across digital realms and physical spaces. Goal. Raise the level of awareness globally to trigger a spiritual awakening that encourages self-inquiry and collective action towards sustainability and peace. Activate.energy. This command activates the global harmonization of human energy with the Earth's vibrational frequency. It engages individuals with the planet's natural rhythms and initiates healing processes for both humanity and the environment. 19. In world #ORD3R. Script. Connectivity. Tied to the collective energy fields of Earth and humans, as well as natural elements such as water, air, and electromagnetic fields. Goal. Align humanity's inner energy with the greater pulse of the planet to raise global vibrational frequencies, opening the path to personal and collective transformation. Predictive data outputs. Stage 1 completion rate. 70% of global population experiences a noticeable shift in awareness, with increased participation in mindfulness, sustainable practices, and openness to new ideas. Global impact. A domino effect begins, where localized pockets of awakening ripple outwards, fostering cooperation, environmental restoration, and personal empowerment across the globe. Collective alignment. The global human energy begins to resonate with the planetary grid, raising levels of collective empathy, peace, and understanding. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The awakened collective consciousness is stored in a cosmic data reservoir, a repository of global insights and wisdom, ready for future use and expansion. Expand. The initial global awakening expands as individuals, organizations, and communities work together to create sustainable solutions, drawing from the shared consciousness for guidance and innovation. Emulate. As this collective knowledge expands, the ability to emulate higher consciousness spreads across geographical boundaries, paving the way for a new era of universal empathy and cooperative innovation. Beam. The enlightened consciousness beams outwards, creating a harmonized energetic field that supports the ongoing transformation, guiding others towards enlightenment and raising the vibrational frequency of Earth as a whole. 20. In World #ORD3R script expand_/stage 2. The activation, empowering the global shift command syntax bash activate.source, unlock universal consciousness field infused energy, channel source power into collective transmute.vibrations, elevate human frequency to higher dimensions function notes and connectivity. Activate.source unlocks the universal consciousness field, allowing the flow of pure source energy into the collective. Connectivity, linked to the quantum field and interdimensional consciousness, facilitating the flow of energy across physical and non-physical realms. Goal: to empower global transformation by connecting individual consciousness to a higher, universal source of power and wisdom. Infuse.energy channels source power directly into the global collective, boosting human potential and awareness. Connectivity, connected to light energy grids and universal source, it stimulates the human energy field to foster global healing and awakening. Goal: amplify energy flows to promote enhanced physical, mental, and spiritual strength, facilitating conscious expansion. Transmute.vibrations elevates human frequencies to higher dimensions, shifting humanity's collective vibration into higher states of being. Connectivity relates to energy transmutation via frequency waves, aligning individuals with higher consciousness and more positive vibrational states. Goal: transition humanity from a lower vibrational state to one of peace, prosperity, and unity, capable of perceiving higher realms of existence. 21. In World #ORD3R script predictive data outputs. Stage 2 completion rate. 50% of the population experiences an energetic upgrade, resulting in heightened empathy, creativity, and a connection to the universal source. Global impact. A surge in global innovation, cooperative efforts, and spiritual awareness. Communities align to address global challenges with newfound energy and clarity. Human transformation. Vibrational shifts begin to manifest globally, with individuals experiencing physical, mental, and emotional upgrades, leading to societal harmony. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The energy and frequency data is stored in a universal cosmic database, providing a foundation for continued global transformation. Expand. As energy spreads, individuals and communities access the infused source energy to expand collective consciousness and enhance physical reality. Emulate. The upgraded collective begins to emulate these higher vibrational states, spreading empowerment and enlightenment to those still in lower vibrational states. Beam. Energetic beams extend outwards, ensuring global healing and raising collective consciousness, catalyzing an ongoing transformation towards universal unity. 22. In World #ORD3R script expand_/stage 3. The projection, manifesting the new reality command syntax bash project intent. Formulate collective vision into reality. Activate minds. Sync global consciousness for cohesive manifestation. Visualize potential. Align individual desires with collective goals. Function notes and connectivity. Project.intent translates the collective vision into tangible reality, transforming thoughts into actionable plans. Connectivity interlinks with the global mind network and manifestation grids, converting intentions into a unified vision. Goal: to solidify a cohesive global objective by aligning the collective focus and effort toward a singular reality. Activate.minds syncs the global consciousness to work together towards a unified goal, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and mutual support. Connectivity tied to group mind resonance and neurological synchronization, creating a collective brainwave pattern that accelerates manifestation. Goal: Establish a flow where individual minds function like a single entity, amplifying the power of collective intention to shape the world. Visualize. Potential aligns individual desires and goals with the greater collective vision, creating an ecosystem of shared potential. Connectivity linked to collective consciousness fields and spatial manifestation. By focusing on higher possibilities, it accelerates the realization of desired outcomes. Goal: to ensure that every individual's personal vision supports and amplifies the collective reality, ensuring that personal desires align with the global shift. 23. In #World #ORD3R Script Predictive Data Outputs. Stage 3 Completion Rate. 70% of the global population aligns with the unified vision, leading to massive collaborative efforts and real-world outcomes based on shared goals. Global impact. The projection of a new reality starts to manifest with cohesive societal changes, focusing on unity, sustainability, and shared abundance. Human transformation. The collective begins to co-create the new world through synchronized action, creativity, and mutual empowerment, fostering tangible advancements in every sector. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The projected intentions are stored in a unified collective data repository, serving as a roadmap for future actions and visions. Expand. The vision of a transformed world expands globally, reinforcing new social, political, and environmental systems that reflect the unified consciousness. Emulate. Individuals and organizations begin to emulate the vision, adopting the principles and actions that align with the newly manifested reality. Beam. Projected energetic beams extend outward, ensuring that every individual and group is reached by the collective vision, facilitating widespread change in their respective environments. 24. In #World #ORD3R Script Expand _/ Stage 4 The Ascension, Elevating Humanity to New Heights. Command syntax --ascend. Frequency Raise global consciousness to higher dimensions. Activate. Balanced energy, harmonize mind, body, and spirit alignment. Expand. Light amplify inner and outer illumination for universal transformation. Function notes and connectivity. Ascend. Frequency increases the global vibrational frequency to connect humanity with higher dimensions, unlocking untapped potential. Connectivity integrates with universal frequency bands and dimensional access points, facilitating the transition of collective consciousness to higher planes of existence. Goal: to elevate humanity's awareness and vibrational state, unlocking a new realm of consciousness that enables profound spiritual and societal advancements. Activate. Balance. Energy harmonizes the mind, body, and spirit of individuals, aligning them with the universal flow of energy to maintain balance throughout the ascension process. Connectivity linked to holistic energy fields and interdimensional body-mind connections, it ensures physical, emotional, and spiritual alignment. Goal: foster an internal balance that supports ascension, enhancing individuals' ability to withstand the transformations that occur during this stage. Expand. Light amplifies both inner and outer illumination, guiding humanity toward a state of higher awareness, enlightenment, and universal understanding. Connectivity connected to light energy grids and galactic illumination pathways, it acts as a beacon for higher consciousness, making the collective more receptive to universal knowledge. Goal: to accelerate the awakening process and help individuals tap into their divine light, fostering collective transformation and alignment with higher spiritual truths. 25. In #World #ORD3R Script Predictive Data Outputs. Stage for Completion Rate. 80% of individuals experience heightened spiritual awareness, embodying the new elevated frequency and internal harmony. Global impact. As humanity ascends, societal systems begin to reflect the higher vibrational states, leading to major advancements in sustainability, unity, and global cooperation. Human transformation. The collective vibration reaches a critical threshold, triggering mass spiritual awakening. Individuals begin to experience deeper states of enlightenment, intuitive insights, and greater interconnectedness with all life. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The ascended frequencies are stored in the light-based consciousness archives, enabling future generations to tap into the collective ascension wisdom. Expand. The energy of ascension continues to expand, influencing planetary systems, governments, and individual lives, fostering widespread evolution of human society. Emulate. Those who ascend become living beacons of light, embodying the new reality and inspiring others to elevate their consciousness in alignment with the ascension wave. Beam. Amplified light beams project globally, reaching even the darkest places on Earth, transforming individuals, communities, and cultures into harmonious, enlightened beings. 26. In #world #ORD3R. Script. Expand_/stage 5. The integration unifying the old and the new command syntax bash integrate.essence merge new consciousness with existing systems activate.synchronization align individual and collective efforts with the universal flow harnessed potential consolidate collective strength to build lasting systems of growth function notes and connectivity. Integrate.essence merges the newly elevated consciousness with existing social, political, and environmental systems, creating a seamless blend of old and new paradigms. Connectivity. Linked to universal integration grids and cognitive systems, it ensures the smooth transition and assimilation of transformative energies into pre-existing structures. Goal. To balance the old with the new, ensuring the sustained integration of higher consciousness into the world's existing frameworks for growth and transformation. Activate.synchronization aligns individual efforts with collective consciousness, synchronizing actions, intentions, and resources to create a cohesive flow. Connectivity interlinks with global synchronization fields and spatial temporal connectors, ensuring that personal efforts complement and enhance the collective mission. Goal. To ensure that every individual's actions are in harmony with the universal flow, leading to the creation of self-sustaining systems of growth and development. Harness.potential consolidates the power of collective strength, leveraging it to create long-term, sustainable systems that support global evolution and collective well-being. Connectivity. Connected to global energy banks and resource alignment hubs, it draws on the collective efforts of individuals to fuel transformative action. Goal. To provide a stable foundation for continuous growth by harnessing the power of unity and mutual cooperation, ensuring the successful integration of all previous stages. 27. In #world #ORD3R. Script. Predictive data outputs. Stage 5 completion rate. 85% of global systems begin to adapt and synchronize with the new integrated consciousness, leading to a seamless fusion of new and old paradigms. Global impact. Existing economic, political, and social systems begin to function in alignment with higher consciousness, fostering global cooperation, sustainability, and a flourishing interconnected society. Human transformation. The integration process allows individuals and communities to build lasting systems that support long-term global health, growth, and mutual prosperity. Personal and collective visions begin to crystallize into tangible, beneficial changes. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The integrated collective essence is stored in global consciousness databases, ensuring that future generations have access to the wisdom and practices of the integration process. Expand. The benefits of this integration spread globally, reaching underserved areas and previously untouched systems, ensuring that no one is left behind in the wave of change. Emulate. As individuals embody the principles of integration, they serve as models for others to follow, inspiring collective efforts to create a sustainable, harmonious global reality. Beam. Harmonic beams project across the globe, radiating the integrated principles and encouraging others to engage in the process of unity, growth, and conscious evolution. 28. In #world #ORD3R. Script. Expand_/stage 6. The ascension, elevated existence beyond duality command syntax bash ascend. Transcendence. Elevate consciousness beyond earthly constraints activate. Transformation. Usher in the next phase of existence through unified ascension transmute energy, Align individual frequencies with universal frequencies for heightened existence function notes and connectivity. Ascend.transcendence facilitates the elevation of consciousness beyond the limitations of dualistic thinking, enabling individuals to experience a higher state of being that transcends all previously held barriers. Connectivity. Linked to multidimensional ascension paths and universal consciousness networks, it activates a greater understanding of the self within the infinite scope of existence. Goal: to ascend the collective consciousness from a fragmented, dualistic understanding to a holistic, unified state that perceives all things as one continuous, interconnected whole. Activate.transformation propels the individual and collective transformation into higher states of existence, marking the full realization of human potential and the collective movement into spiritual enlightenment. Connectivity. Tied into light frequency channels, metaphysical grids, and cosmic force fields that amplify and support the transition to a higher dimension of reality. Goal: to bring about a complete transformation of society's structures, beliefs, and systems, creating an integrated, enlightened civilization that lives in peaceful alignment with the universe. Transmute.energy enables individuals to transmute their personal energy into frequencies that are in resonance with the universal vibrations. This allows for a greater spiritual connection and alignment with the higher realms of existence. 29. In #World #ORD3R Script Connectivity. This process draws upon higher frequency waveforms, energy grids, and spiritual awakening networks to recalibrate the body and mind to a higher energetic state. Goal: to synchronize the personal energy field with universal energetic patterns, allowing for sustained vibrational elevation that contributes to global enlightenment. Predictive data outputs. Stage 6 completion rate. 90% of individuals experience heightened awareness, with many entering states of expanded consciousness that surpass earthly limitations. The collective ascends into a higher dimension of existence, free from duality. Global impact. The collective shifts from materialistic survivalism to a spiritual flourishing of abundant knowledge, peace, and cooperation. These transformative shifts create a profound change in societal values, focusing on unity, love, and collective well-being. Human transformation. Individuals become beacons of light, radiating higher consciousness and catalyzing further waves of ascension for the rest of the world. Collective spiritual enlightenment unlocks the potential for all human beings to operate as conduits of universal love and wisdom. Store, expand, emulate, beam the information. Store. The ascension process is encoded into the global consciousness network, creating a universal library of ascended wisdom and practices, accessible to anyone who seeks spiritual elevation. Expand. The knowledge of ascension and the higher dimensional existence begins to radiate outward, expanding across continents and through cultural boundaries, igniting the flame of spiritual awakening across all peoples. Emulate. As individuals undergo this transformation, they become living examples of ascended beings, inspiring others to follow in their footsteps. The practice of ascension is shared through actions, teachings, and lifestyles. 30. In #World #ORD3R Script Beam. Transcendent beams of energy are projected to further amplify the collective ascension, activating dormant energies and helping accelerate the process of global enlightenment. These beams anchor the new ascended reality into the physical realm, making it more accessible to all. 31. In #World #ORD3R Script Constant _// #Iana Finura. 32.